map recently, 71% currently. See if that improves now. JKS and multikill will have the dualies, ever popular on the CT pistol. Again, time to forget about everything that has come and gone. Focus on the round and the 5 men in front of you. Creeping through mid then on many of these Ts. Hooksy with a quick flash, a great jiggle, and maybe a second kill here. Spinx manages to bounce enough though. flameZ and JKS have got so much work to do for their respective teams. JKS will be traded though. Vitality 2 on 3. Magic staying alive. He's in the red though. 15 HP. Zyro just locks onto multikill with the dualies. 1v2. Hooksy peeking, but where is Nico? Still focused on Hooksy for the time being. Not shy, not afraid. Delivers the headshot. Doesn't matter who's in front of him. Hooksy will win that pistol for G2.
Big impact from Hooksy to kick things off for G2. Did great work on mid there. That flashbang was brilliant. Really made it difficult for Vitality to move up to the B split they wanted. See here, he just forces that first player away. The second player struggles to follow. And then he's called upon in the late round and he delivers again. And they've even denied the bomb plant from Vitality. So it looks like this might be a round where Vitality just go for the minimal investment and use it as a chance to take a drink, have a chat.
Multitasking. I love that play from Hooksy. Like, you can't give Zyro too much respect. But you're kind of damned if you do and damned if you don't versus him a lot of the time.
I mean, we saw that clutch on Inferno, right? Where they took so long to get towards the bomb. I think the Des pointed out, it almost felt like they played scared against Zywo in that clutch scenario. So I'm glad we didn't see that here.
And this is a vintage eco round. Used to be so much more common, just one long timeout. Mentally disconnecting from the action and just thinking about the bigger picture.
Apex maybe learning this from Existence back in the days. Nice little boost up, but JKS, oh, he actually does go down. There is a rotate here though. Now that Rifle has arrived, it should be easy pickings for Hooksy.
Spinx must die. A short story. Oh, there's VLC media player.
But why must he die, James? Why?
Because he needs his lost bonus. He must die in order to buy. 44.50 after his demise. 2-round lead for G2, starting off the correct way. Much action to come though, hoping for as close a game as we saw on the map prior. Vitality will have plenty of tools to get the job done this time. The AK-47s versus double FAMAS and M4s. Glass broken for grenade execution. Very aggressive from Zywo. No warp to challenge him. Now does he draw rotation? Drops Nico as well. G2 frozen on the mid and B area. JKS will need another multi-frag. He needs to buy time, needs to stay alive. They're lining up perfectly for him. Has he done enough damage? JPEX trying to fall back with the bomb. They've lost the bomb after those entries from Zywo. It's all gone wrong.
Oh boy. They still have a 2v2 to work with. Flash in. Might give away that there are players coming in from this side. Hooksy and Hunter both sat on the bomb like it's their nest egg. They want to defend this. Still so much time for Vitality. Head spotted, but Hunter has the AK-2. And now Spinx is going to have a really hard time finding good fights here. These angles below are really awkward to deal with. He's got the first, no trade from Hooksy. Spinx playing a dangerous game on the edge, but Hooksy repositions, and G2 off to a storming start.
JKS's position so important, buying time, getting multiple kills as well, doing damage, delaying that bomb rotation. That is a huge collapse for Vitality. Bomb site turning into a black hole for the T side. That's a big round.
Yeah, great reposition from Hooksy as well. Those angles down below, it's really awkward. There's a couple of different angles you've got to be concerned about. Hooksy again, just playing with good confidence right now. Still yet to die. The only player on the server with 0 deaths. Meanwhile, the only player on the server with 0 kills is Nico, but can't blame him. His team are winning without him right now. We do have that AK for ZywOo. Now, normally we think of ZywOo as quite a methodical, laid-back player, but he's actually got the most T-side opening kills per round at this event so far. He's been much more involved in the early round. He might look for the pick here as well. Couple of warning shots fired by Vitality. See, that smoke there will allow the feet to be spotted. If anyone creeps up, m0NESY would have the edge in the fight. And he's even going to peek all the way into ramp. That's a good bit of space reclaimed by G2 there.
m0NESY being very careful about his peaks. There's one incendiary in the hands of Hunter.
Yeah, it's just a shame for Vitality they have no smokes here, right? Like, you want those 2 smokes connected on the site to make this easier. I guess the upside is AKs and Deegs, maybe some headshots.
Yeah, without the smokes, maybe a better chance at an actual round win. Speaking of headshots, 5-on-3 all of a sudden. Magisk will get dropped, but he's got some information. There's the incendiary as well. Won't compromise the bomb plant, but it will compromise Spinx's position. Down to 28 HP, but still 4-on-3. Nico, so awkward for him, but Hooksy is here to help. Spotting one by the sandbags then. 3-on-3. ZywOo's got the AK in his hands. 2 of 3 players with Kevlar for Vitality. All good for G2. Smoke is up, but how do they find these kills? They're not winning this round without it. Apex on the side, bomb not being defused just yet. Apex spamming now. Into the smoke he goes. Swiping with the knife. Can he find the angles? Look at the variance. This is chaos. JKS on the bomb once again. And ZywOo gets the last one. Vitality are on the board.
They get up ramp, and that means they're allowed to take those clean fights. And G2 give them the duels. It still required some fantastic shots, but Vitality find a way to make the round competitive. That was such a committed position from Hunter. m0NESY unable to help out, and ZywOo dancing around the bomb site on so many different positions to seal the deal on the round win and to put G2 down into a terrible fate. They only have 1 rifle now in this round. It was looking like such a good start for them. But then ZywOo showed up and ruined the party.
Vitality inviting G2 to make their plays. Some util being squeezed out. Oh, Vitality will hold on to most of theirs. Some promise in that 5-7 for a moment. But flameZ, I mean, we're English. Do we call him flameZ? Will be a hard man to put down.
Ooh. Big damage onto m0NESY. Still a stack. Oh, it's not as much of a stack any longer. Mollies might come into this site as well. So if m0NESY was trying to play behind quad, he would have a tough time.
You absolutely want to spread the bomb site with a carpet of flame in a round such as this. m0NESY dropped. Hunter now with the tuxedo. Good timing for him. Squeeze a second one and made it doable. Nico 1v2 with a deagle. I'm excited. I bet you are as well.
Whew. Hunter is just so clinical with that CZ, with those headshots. It's a shame for Nico that these players aren't low. It's going to have to be the headshots. But Magisk steps out into the open. Maybe a bit of a risk taken there, but he wins the fight. Can't argue with the result. Vitality get their 2nd round win and completely reset that CT economy.
Money in the bin for G2. Game on then on Vertigo. Again, the winner of the series goes straight to the semi-finals. That would be a fantastic start to the Lanxess Arena for one of these squads. The loser takes 1 step back to the quarterfinals. So it will be stonks for one team. Nice clear out so far from Vitality. G2 with very little to offer in this one.
Yeah, it's also a position where if Vitality can hold their map pick and win this series 2-0, they would go into playoffs having not dropped a map with the chance to go on a flawless run through IEM Cologne. Listen, it would be difficult once you get to playoffs. That is the real true test of any top team. But at the same time, they're looking in very good form right now. We saw in the pre-game segment 3 of the Vitality players in the top 5 rated at this event. ZywOo always up there, but Magisk, I feel like, goes underappreciated. Just how good, how solid this guy is. I can't remember a time where Magisk hasn't been a good player. He's never really had a slump, at least in my eyes.
He's shouting HLTV at them. I saw him in the lift earlier this week. Yesterday, actually, it was. And he was very calm, very serene after their last victory. Just chilling, just like, yeah, we had a good game, you know. Just another 2-0.
Business as usual.
It was absolutely business as usual. Very comfortable in their position. Last Vertigo, an overtime win for Vitality in this matchup. Unsurprisingly, often close between these two squads. Not always, though. Big flash from Nico, but he eats it. A second one, and he needs to retreat now. m0NESY will fall back as well. The molly won't come fast enough as the airstrike is here once again. Hunter drops also. Nico's got a lot to do. Sees absolutely nothing. Position compromised. Still standing for now. Bombs on the way. 2 players in the red. He could even these numbers up quickly. Apex dropped. Gave the bomb to his teammate, though. Hasn't been seen by Nico just yet. Tried to create some space for himself, but made wild assumptions towards the short side, and ZywOo will punish him for his insolence.
Yeah, you could see in the way that Nico was playing that, he had no idea that ZywOo was so far up. He was playing for the info towards ramp, hoping that he could fall back after getting that kill and keep this side of the map comfortable. But I think that's one of the issues you have for this G2 squad on this map. It's a map where I don't think you often get that, like, Nico solo carry performance. I don't know if all the individuals are quite as comfortable on this map. And oftentimes, that can be what pushes G2 over the edge. Let's hope they have improved their comfort level on Vertigo for this event. You never know, they might have been doing a bit of practice in secret. They haven't played it so far here at Cologne. This is their first map of Vertigo. But Vitality looking the better team right now. Into the lead for the first time in this map as Vitality win 4 in a row. These ramp fights are going to be key, and that double nade was just so well timed. It's really nice seeing ZywOo in with the entry pack as well. I feel like Apex is maybe a bit underappreciated in the way he's almost got more out of ZywOo, because ZywOo used to be that player who maybe didn't realize quite how good he was and didn't realize when he needed to be the man to step in and just take over. That was always the criticism of ZywOo. If you have a player of his quality and you're struggling, you want him to call for plays and be more active. And I see Apex a lot of the time maybe putting him in the pack more or flashing ZywOo in so that he feels confident going for those early fights. I think it's so important that that has been something that ZywOo has been able to unlock in his game.
Great tool to be used in the right way. Another dodgy buy for G2. They may need to persuade Vitality to lose a round like this. Desert Eagle for Nico and m0NESY again.
I like this boost. Might be a cheeky angle, might be one that goes unexpected. It's a nice way to try and set up the rifle. See if it comes into play, though. Shots fired. Just warning, shots for now.
HooXi at the top of the leaderboard on the CT side for G2 at present. Again, had some important frags early. 3K in the pistol round. That pistol scenario is quite interesting as well. Swings on ZywOo and delivers, big frag. Swings on ZywOo and loses, don't open Twitter, you know?
Sure.
Living on a knife edge, especially at the sharp end of the rankings. With opponents like this, oh, so many meaty grenades, honestly. Both squads have got so much out of their HE grenades. Vitality looking to wrap with 29 seconds on the clock. Numbers dwindling for G2, but Nico still stands with a deagle. You can see HooXi trying to stay alive as best he could, but too many man on road.
Oh, nice shot, m0NESY. That might be a recoverable gun. Do Vitality want to commit to try to make sure he doesn't get that? Because if you commit and lose a fight, suddenly the round could hang in the balance. So I think they will concede that AK into the hands of m0NESY. And that might help G2 in the upcoming round. Having a couple of AKs on CT side. We know how important those ramp fights can be, for example. Maybe if you get a quick headshot instead of just a dink, it could make the difference. Definitely need to see improvement from G2 in these gun rounds. They've lost 5 on the bounce.
m0NESY and Nico have been the ones to watch with the Desert Eagles for the G2 side. That said, you don't really want them on Desert Eagles. You want them on AKs or M4s. 5-3 for Vitality.
I mean, you can normally tell how badly a game is going for either team by just looking at the opponent's economy. And Vitality have got hella stacks right now. They've been winning rounds pretty convincingly.
11K for ZywOo.
He's having a much better game here as well. A much better start to the game. 10-3.
ZywOo everywhere but France.
3 opening kills for ZywOo as well. He's been keeping up on that front. I think Vitality are just very happy to spread in this default early, slowly work the map. HooXi in an off angle. Does he get cleared? Hunter's there alongside him. It's that double stack. So hard to deal with, and the CTs fall back safely. Nice switch up from G2 to find a man advantage.
500 HP. G2 disengaging from that mid position and going back with a flashbang. I like that. False sense of security. Tried to use that for exploitation. Nothing doing on this occasion. Bomb goes up the ladder as grenades are given from one man to another. Who gets the entry for Vitality? Who is going to be the can opener for this round if they want to continue their success? Again, a pop flash. G2 very concerned of this mid position as Hunter looks to fall back to the site once again. Spots the bomb, drops flames. Then there were 3. JKS off angles on the B bomb site. JKS is often asked to do a lot for G2, and this might be another situation. He's got some teammates in Toto, m0NESY, and HooXi's here as well. The hold is good for G2. Surviving with 4 is exactly what they needed.
That's a nice round from G2. I like that little double stack in mid. It's something you could easily do at home in matchmaking. Just stack 2 players on different heights at the same angle, and it's really hard to round that corner. And then, I don't think Hunter would normally get quite that aggressive in mid, but they were in a 2-1-2 setup. They had 2 CTs on B, they had m0NESY who could quickly react, so Hunter can go forward and get the info, and even if he goes down, it's fine, because the rest of G2 are well set up. Respect given by Apex.
Love the banter. Three AKs on G2. That's a good measure for the CT side. m0NESY with the AWP can go back to the well for a second one, but now ZywOo's got the angle, and off he goes. Ooh. Still, only 3 players remain for Vitality, and that's going to be a problem. Very hard to get active with just 3 players. Although we know they're all capable, but again, AKs with the CT angles will be a great equalizer for G2, if you can call it that.
I hope m0NESY hitting his desk from here. He's not happy after that re-peak, but he should be.
Well, if the window of time, he had enough time to get a shot off. And he knows he's capable.
Awkward one for Spinx. Really needed to win that fight. Not quite at headshot height there against HooXi, who continues to put up numbers. Really good sign, though, that m0NESY was able to find some good success in that scaffold position. That's a really powerful spot as an AWPer. It's difficult for the Ts to properly clear that out. And even if you start to get aware of that position, it's such long range, it's really difficult to actually get that trade kill cleanly. It can oftentimes lead to a multi-kill. You see m0NESY giving his team the edge in this round.
Much better start for ZywOo in this game. 11-4, more than double any of his teammates. Again, it was a very cold open from him in the first map of the series. Coming to life now as Vitality have a play to make. Chance for a 2-0 over G2 and a place in the semi-finals. They're in a very strong position right now.
Also kind of nice for G2. That AWP didn't go flying off the map, even though m0NESY's body did. So they do get to save that, keep their economy strong. See there, the molly just not quite doing enough to get m0NESY out of position.
Yeah, you can see there was time. There was time for him to get that shot, he knows it. But that's okay. It's good to have high standards.
Sure. It's like the kid that got an A instead of an A star. Starts getting mad about it. Gotta have high standards, gotta have high goals. Could maybe see them group up a little earlier in one of these rounds. Haven't really seen much of the A execute either. Flash early, m0NESY forced away. That's a 3B start from G2, looking for that pick, but that leaves a gap on mid. And this time, Spinx won't spot anyone up on that boost. Meanwhile, Nico, leg down to 16. Yeah,
that must have been through the wall.
Yeah. He
Like,
shook his head, he's like, nah.
Who is this guy?
Nah, man.
Saw some nasty wall bangs from Simple earlier on. May see more of those later. Just have to respect the level of talent on the server. Magis is pulling grenades out. JKS will see a lot of information towards B. Still standing for now, but Spinx comes through from the back. And that's G2 shut down in round 11. m0NESY, Nico remain. Not much for them to do. Don't give them the kill. Vitality heading towards the lead in this game of Vertigo. Again, taking the pick of G2 away.
Yeah, I wonder if that's G2 hoping they'd conditioned Vitality a little in the previous round, because they left mid open there. And remember that earlier round, they were so sticky on mid, right? They had that double stack initially. They had flashes back in with Hunter. So maybe they figured, okay, we'll leave mid open this round because Vitality might have second thoughts about going into that mid position. But they left it open and Vitality were able to use it on that split. And as soon as that happens, there's not much the players on the B site are going to be able to do about it. I think this hasn't quite been as explosive as Inferno, but it's a good feeling out process from both teams early on Vertigo. Both teams earning a bit of respect back and forth. See if G2 can keep it up, though.
Intense, yet painful, yet careful. ZywOo, W key, all the way up the stairs. Trying to catch the CTs off guard. He's got his teammate posted up as well. Magic's got on the bomb site so early, minute 40, and they're breaking ground on B, but JKS is often delivering in these situations for G2, buying time for his teammates to rotate, delivering those frags, keeping the 5-on-4. Staying alive behind that smoke, a little jiggle and he's still standing. Hunter has been lost in the meantime, but JKS will still protect this bomb site, forcing Vitality back and doing better than that. JKS demanding respect. High pressure on the B bomb site, but he is the man for the job.
Vitality are going to have to find a plan B in this round. They try and up the pace, but JKS denies the early aggression. Do they still expect JKS close? They have mollies. Smoke goes down. There's a little gap on the side. JKS didn't spot them, but he goes into the smoke. Oh, the drop down goes against him. And now HooXi has to deliver. Spray through. He's running low. flameZ finds him. And now Nico still already on the site. They're not going to expect him, but he can't get the kill for free. Backs the nade. Still no frag. Finally, Nico delivers. And his teammates here alongside him. All tied up thanks to Nico and m0NESY.
Great focus, and again, great grenades. Round after round, these grenades have a big part to play on both these maps. Strong angles held by Nico. HooXi got enough information for him. Nico and m0NESY able to punish. Great work on the first two. m0NESY will pick up the third. It's tight, it's tense. High pressure for both squads. Love this game, both on the buy once more. And again, ZywOo quickly towards the B-bomb site. This time, eating a fat grenade. And JKS once more says no. This bomb site is not open for business. They come knocking, and he just keeps sending them back in body bags.
And now flameZ has taken a leg shot. That was great from JKS, because he realized HooXi was just about to jump across the site. So he peeks from the side to make sure HooXi is safe in case there is someone there so soon. It's just those small details that make all the difference at this top level. You need to know the exact timings of your teammates. He clearly had that one nailed. And now G2 fall back into a pretty standard setup. 3 towards A initially. That molly is going to be extinguished. Meanwhile, Nico has won a fight elsewhere. He actually dropped the bomb there. So they're moving into B right now. Apex finds one. Apex finds a second. They don't have the bomb with them, but they're still fighting on this B bomb site.
Pre-firing that smoke for days. The steel girder allowing Apex to escape. Moving through now with the T-smoke. Playing anti-flash. Oh, he's doing more than that. Just walk straight through it. They don't have the angle. Great spatial awareness, presence of mind, daring and cunning from Apex to give them a 3-on-2, but they're all tagged and the bomb's still not planted just yet. Now crossing towards the bomb site. G2 not giving up on this one. And maybe it's time to think about it. Never mind. Apex has got the angles and the ace. All the frags for Apex.
He's letting them know. He's letting them know about it. I was wondering if Nico and m0NESY could pull it off again, because it was a very similar 2v3, only this time there was still a smoke from Vitality. That smoke on the right side of Gen. You see here, these two fights able to be isolated. JKS stuck in the smoke. Apex takes that risk through, then spots the aggression of Nico. And the final one is just pure instinct. Gets the right lineup, and Apex saying, I'm the man. Don't mess with that, man.
Man, there's so much energy behind this squad. Great beard as well. G2 on a mostly full buy. Hunter will have a FAMAS. That's less than ideal. Great round from Apex. Up on both squads. This time, Vitality will hear those sound cues. They hear the aggression. ZywOo's been sending it towards these stairs. Magisk may be looking to do the same. Will stop for the time being. Now, Vitality may read an aggressive play. That will certainly confirm it towards this B-bomb site. How do they respond to it is the question. Magisk trying to fight for control. Again, if there's no chance of you going B, how do you make a play towards A without expecting a stack?
Yeah, this is a nice reaction from G2. They've been struggling on that B site. A has had almost no action in recent rounds. So they try and throw an aggressive move into the mix. Try and throw Vitality off their game slightly. Means JKS can play for info and stall with his utility. Man, that was nice patience from Vitality, waiting for that nade. No damage done, and now they will take the stairs control. 2 CTs on B already. Hunter close by. This boost will be spotted. Gun barrel might have been spotted through the wood there, and JKS makes it a second. That flash helping him out. G2 looking much better on the B hold this time.
He's so good on B. JKS, he has plenty of help as well. Going back to the well one more time for a third kill. And ZywOo doesn't have a lot to do at this point. 25 seconds in a 1v5. Again, JKS has been so important for the rounds G2 do have on that B bomb site. It's been tested time and time again. There will be no warp save for ZywOo. 3,800 for him as we head towards the last round of the first half. And that money's going to be a bit dicey for Vitality.
Yeah, I'm with you that JKS is just... I love JKS as a player. Like, he's just always solid, always good. And he plays a lot of tough anchor spots, but you never really see him massively struggling on the kill count. You never see him massively far behind the rest of the squad, which is so impressive. He's top fragging right now. And G2 have the chance to close the half with the lead. If Vitality thought G2's Vertigo was going to be weak, they're showing they're going to put up a fight here. A-Ramp has not had much action in recent rounds. Let's see if this is the switch up Vitality need. They still have 3 AKs, and m0NESY has to deliver close quarters. He doesn't connect, and that means ZywOo runs him down.
Barbecue trade. And Hunter will take a forward angle. It could be pinched here. ZywOo through the smoke though. Great timing for Hunter. Switches up for the AWP. Help is on the way. Nico gets deleted though, but HooXi's still here. 3 on 3. There'll be some sound cues. They may identify 2 players on that ramp. G2. Area control for Vitality. JKS will be left towards B. 2 flashes and a HE for him.
They're leaving A. They're leaving A entirely.
Or are they? Oh, G2 are abandoning it, yeah.
Vitality might just get a free bomb plant.
Hunter's coming back, though.
Do we get a deep smoke here from Spinx? No, just a shallow one, so they will get to arrive back to the site. Smoke does enough, though. Bomb planted. This looks like a good post plant for Vitality. We need this utility from G2 to be on point to give them a chance in this.
flameZ jumps towards the side, but then stands on the site itself. Spinx has a flash. flameZ has the talent. Standing on the side, the nice bit is out. He's on that bomb. This is a risky play, though. This is a very risky play indeed. Swiping, surely that's been heard. The flashes are here. flameZ still standing for now. An interesting approach to that last round, but it looks like G2 will squeeze an 8th at half-time. A lot of defense is required on that B bomb site, all to play for in the second half.
Smoke, it's going to force him open.
They are throwing the same nades, or at least similar.
Waiting for their swing through. This is his chance. They know where you are now. Set for success. Gamer Legion are into the A site. 5 on 5 as that bomb gets punched in. Just about on the money. Buster's spray a little shy. And Acor's already posted. Shiro's trapped there. He has to worry about the back as well. Volt has got this held, and Hobbit's not going to be clear in his corner. He's going around the world as well. He'll be behind them. Now they know. Donut's going to be feeling like on a timer as well. Shiro's got 6 HP after that exchange. Bomb half gone. Volt trying to close the door on the exit. Information flowing. Electronic is fragging.
He wants them to go for it.
Them to go now, and there's only 1 or 2 that can voice concerns.
They need Buster's kit.
Oh, on the bomb. 1 left, and they cover it off. I can't quite believe it. Electronic with the quad kill, and Cloud9 steal it back.
Daylight robbery right there, and Electronic, the general, they're roaming into the site. His teammates are thinking they're saving. No, not on his watch. He clawed them. He pulled them. He brought Cloud9 their 12th. And it felt like Gamer Legion had that every day of the week.
Recap, because I think this exchange with Volt had them thinking, okay, that well, we've done it. Electronic nails Neil and Temple fight, and then covering for that defuse. Buster had the kit. It just, everything aligned so perfectly. And Electronic, that was all him.
Gamer Legion are going to be kicking himself.
No doubt. Is that enough to get Cloud9 back in? Look at this! On top of each other! Cirque du Soleil! Kios can't quite believe it. Gets 2 with the Mac-10. Shiro plucks him from the air at the jump. But that's a bit of a pace change and a lot of uncertainty brewing here. Hobbit, great find. Acor thought he had a gap, thought he'd heard the relocation of the AWP.
Volt can plan on B. Volt can get in towards the site here.
Yeah,
He can smoke off, he can molly long, he can plant the bomb. Nealon, he'll get here in time. Volt could even constrict if he throws deeper util. If he mollies this up, yeah, he's bought a whole lot of room here.
Oh, the extinguish
They
and go.
have to. They need to apply pressure.
He's going to get that bomb down. Nealon charging to try and support him as Volt smoke to obscure. Perhaps he could slink into cave. That adds that possibility, and a 10-second defuse ahead of them. Both of them were in that mid stack. Both of those kits caught by the Kios rush.
15 seconds gone now.
Oh my goodness, what a recovery.
Absolutely wild scenes on the other stream, but we have such a big match here as well. Great defenses on the bomb site from JKS, and now it's the turn of Vitality, who move to the CT side. The primitive round is back. The pistols will be wielded once again. Full Kevlar for the CTs. Both teams being vocal in this series, again fighting for a semi-final position, which would be a very strong position indeed, especially with the skill that both teams carry into the server. Super Mario Brothers in towards B. m0NESY will be back to the start screen. 4 players remain as they are sending it in. Full commitment from G2, but they're getting deleted. flameZ and ZywOo now with the frags. Nico and Hunter fighting back. Nico and HooXi remain versus 3. Now it's down to Nico. 1v3, 1 minute 30, and there's only 3 men standing on the bomb site.
Oh, and the flank from Magisk is all they need. They buy enough time for him to come in from behind, but that is all about those initial shots from Vitality. The whole reason G2 are running into B quickly is to try and hit the site with pace, make it hard for those, and they buy enough time on the site for that final flank to convince the round win in their favor. Still a buy on the G2 side. They'll force up an Apex. Oh, run over!
Skinned like a squirrel on a street market skewer. Apex is out of here. Talk about a drive-by. And it continues. Nico with the Galil. The grenades are here, and that will be some revenge. But can they hold on to this round? Vitality. Magisk, flameZ, and Spinx remain. Smokes are up, trying to deny information, but it's a swing from Magisk. But you never know what's around the corner on that ramp.
G2 just reset with that man advantage. Do we see any CT aggression? Magisk getting baited into so many T-side players. Spinx has to hold, but m0NESY, it's a fantastic shot through the edge of the box. And flameZ only has an MP9 in a 1-on-3. He might not even go for this one.
These feel like lightning rounds. From the first half to the second, the urgency is through the roof. My word, what a great start to this second half. G2 fighting back now. HooXi with that Tech 9. It's a nasty weapon on a good day, but that was such a brutal entry from him.
Yeah, man. HooXi having a really solid game. You've got 2 players joint top of the server. On one side, arguably the best player in the world in ZywOo on 14 kills. On the other side, HooXi with 14 frags of his own. And that might be the reason G2 have the lead right now. His overperformance compared to his normal numbers.
Oh, HooXi, Jesus.
Oh, it's just a shame, though, that Apex is like so caught off guard by that. I mean, I know it was quick. That shot from m0NESY, ridiculous. But in that round, the one thing you need to make sure you don't do is get caught off guard by those pistols quickly. That feels like the one way in that G2 have early in the round. They find the fight against Apex. Now it's Vitality's turn. And that was a hell of a warning shot from ZywOo.
Listen, man, when the Tech 9 comes knocking, you best not be home. HooXi is rewarded with a Mac 10 for his services in the round prior. Can certainly have some fun with that. There is a distinct lack of helmets in this round for Vitality. flameZ the outlier.
3B, I wonder if they're trying a little bait and switch with Apex and Spinx here. Smoke has gone up. Spinx is now sticking around. He will be cleared. Oh, the MAC-10 in behind. hooXi shredding them. And this looks good for G2.
Bullets flying all over the shop. Where do you stand? Doesn't matter when G2 come like that. He is feeling himself. Again, really encouraging for the squad as well. See if he can stay leading in the frags for G2 hooXi. 16 for 9, giving no Fs about his opponent. 2 rounds in the lead now, and they will be coming into this one angry. This second half, this whole game after the action we saw in the first one. Missed opportunities for G2. Looking to violently force a Mirage. Vitality are broken out. Their money's in the bin.
Now listen, I said earlier, last series between these two teams, they won each other's map picks. Here in this one, Vitality steal away G2's pick of Inferno in overtime. But now here on Vertigo, on Vitality's choice, it's G2 who are about to get out to an 11-8 lead. And this is always a sketchy spot to be in on the CT side. You know, with every gun round loss, your money is back into a poor position. It can very quickly spiral out of control if you don't win some of those key gun rounds.
Such a great environment as well for these players to scream at each other, to show you how much these rounds mean to them, how much pressure there is, how much focus there is, how much adrenaline release there is when things go well, when you fight back against the odds, when you get that drive by that Tech 9 frag, or when you defend the B bomb site. Perfect environment for competitive play. Both squads on the bye then. 3-round lead for G2 as we get into the big guns in the second half. An AWP for m0NESY, an AWP for ZywOo, but ZywOo's naked. We'll have to consider his positions as well. We've seen so many good grenades. Hard to exist without Kevlar in the vacuum of this series.
Early molly to clear the close angle. That means m0NESY can take the angle onto the site, and flameZ caught out early. Spinx trying to do what he can. m0NESY missing his second opportunity, and the CTs might still fight this. m0NESY blinded, has to duck into cover, but his teammates continue to fall. It's into a 3-on-3, and the rotate is arriving here for Vitality.
m0NESY has to deliver here. I think those whiff shots may play on his mind if this goes wrong for G2. Should have shut things down, waiting for a peek, but Vitality must know that as well. Bomb not planted just yet, and they're being careful. They're spreading out. They're moving away from this bomb site. There are no kits on the players who are still standing. Close enough to get the kills, though. hooXi will cover the angles. Spinx trying to find something, pre-firing through the smoke. Magic's positioning with the grenades. But I think G2 may have just secured this one. Again, mentally, I think they need that victory after those missed shots from m0NESY. Rare misses from him. But the timing of those could have proven even more critical. But here we are. G2 moved to a 12th round. Only dropping the pistol in this half. This will be their 4th round in a row.
Yeah, just a skirmish out onto that B site. And they stay pretty calm in the 3 versus 3, even though it might have felt a little awkward. That's the initial kill, man. flameZ just jiggling. And then hooXi, really nice adjustment there as Apex tried to push the smoke. Big risk taken by Apex, didn't pay off. Hunter's pointing something out. They're having a giggle. Not
Mirage.
So much fun on the Vitality side, though.
Mirage enjoyers might want to get the kettle ready, because that will be the deciding map if G2 continue this run. Vitality would love to take it in a 2-0. You can see the frustration starting to show in ZywOo, who's had a better map. 14 for 13 at present. hooXi still leading the charge. Dominating the server is hooXi.
Yeah, much more even kill distributions for the most part on this map. I guess hooXi's kind of the one outlier, really. Most other players around that low double-digit mark on the kills.
hooXi, the breaker of trains, the G2 liberator.
Okay, well, we saw this boost from G2 in the first half. So they will definitely be aware that this is a possibility in a round where a couple of rifles have been saved. m0NESY, oh, he didn't pull the trigger. Spinx hits the headshot. Bomb dropped. It won't be a problem. They'll get it back. But a man advantage for Vitality in a round they can absolutely compete in. Flash in for Spinx. Another kill found on that AK. And all of a sudden, G2 have got some issues in this round.
It's a very good start. Does he chase more, though? There's still only 2 rifles in the hands of these CTs. He's got such a good angle, though. But no one's in a position to trade just yet. Down to a 3-on-3 now. Rifle protected by Hanzo. Silently elevates. Flames dropped, and he may have done his job. ZywOo's got a deagle, but not for long. 1 versus 2 now. Very interesting round. Where is Magisk? Was tagged earlier on, but he's closing the distance. When that bomb gets planted, only 1 player will be in position to defend. Might not even get that far as he's closing in on this bomb site. Now JKS wondering about the stairs. Nico wondering about this smoke. Magisk trying to position. There are the beeps. He knows he's got a 1v1. Creeping now. Careful about the shadows. Sees the bag. Where is Nico? Oh, that was such a close one. But Nico survives. Third frag in the round, rather. And G2 are on 13. Got nervous towards the end, but G2 are surviving the tests.
Yeah, it was a bit of an awkward one at the end because even though you're in a 2v1, they're a little scared of the flank at the same time. So it meant that Nico couldn't immediately line up for the trade frag. Instead, it has to be another one-on-one, but it was a great shot there from Nico. Perfect headshot height to give his team a 13-8 lead. Pressure on Vitality. This is their map pick. This was a great opportunity to book their spot in the semi-finals, but it could be slipping away from them on this map unless they can find some success now. They hold such tight angles at this top level. Reactions on point if ZywOo were to be tested.
G2 have got a good stack of cash as well. They've got the space for error correction, both in money and scoreline.
Bit of a rotation from Vitality away from B. And they're going to re-aggress on ramp at the same time. They've got that smoke up. Vegas just going to play behind the sandbags. Nico spotted this man falling back. Is he too focused on that one man? Doesn't matter. Spinx hits the headshot. Apex chimes in, but B is the end goal for G2.
Flames holding down 2 jobs. Retake situation then, as far as that B bomb site's concerned. They may be comfortable with the numbers, the incendiary to delay, but he's getting tagged Flames. And he's lost ZywOo. Difficult angle. m0NESY doesn't miss often. Oh, he's missed again, though. He just moves before firing the shot. Can't have too many of those. Delivers a headshot now. 2-on-3, but the bomb needs to get planted. 15 seconds, and m0NESY's the one who's got to plant it. Moves to the side, gets domed. Apex in a 1v1. Where's JKS? He doesn't know. 10 seconds. He's got to run. He's got to race. Does he go for the plant? Does he go for the headshots? Apex spots him on the site. Creeps around the smoke now. He's got a good angle, Apex. JKS makes it to the double stack. 1v1, just holding, but JKS with a massive headshot keeps the train moving forward.
So well done by JKS in the 1v1. Puts the smoke down. That allows him to plant a bit further back, so even if he was spammed, it might not have connected on towards him. And then look at the way he plays for info with his movement. Just throwing the jiggles in there. It's those little micro movement plays, micro adjustments that make CS such a great game because you can just outplay your opponent individually like that. And G2 have the individuals for the job. 14-8. This is a shocking scoreline right now. This is a map that historically G2 have had real issues on. Vitality are struggling heavily. This could end up being a blowout on this map.
Give JKS a sandwich or something, flowers, whatever.
Whatever his heart desires.
That is such a clutch. The king of the B bomb site for now. I haven't seen a stronger hold as we had from him in the first half. Vitality struggling. Suffering against an angry G2 looking for revenge, having lost Inferno. Imagine Mirage as a decider with the way both these squads are playing. I think that's where all the explosions will be if we get there.
This isn't bad for Vitality. Bit of counter-aggression on mid. Nico needs to be a little careful here, away from the rest of the squad. This is an awkward angle to deal with. He's not ready for it. And now G2 might feel like they have to commit into the B-bomb site.
flameZ, the FAMAS has a lot to do. There'll be a lot of spray coming his way with these positions behind the smoke. Very usual. And indeed, HooXi will be the man to entertain. He's got the cocktail sausages out. In the meantime, the good food is on the A-bomb site. That's where G2 were looking to. But it goes back and forth. They've caught Spinx completely out of position. That might buy time for the rotation. That's a huge frag from flameZ. G2 continue. They have to. 15 seconds. No more dilly-dallying. How on earth did they get this bomb planted? flameZ has done the job. Look at the spread, the explosion on the bomb site from Vitality. JKS has nothing left to do on this occasion. 3 will stand for Vitality. Huge for them as well, because they don't have any money in the bank.
Yeah, that's a really hard call to pull off on Vertigo, I gotta be honest. Because on other maps, maybe you can try and play between the sites, but the thing we know about Vertigo is that verticality means your steps are very often going to be heard. So once you start trying to run back, Vitality, wise to it, and then the fact that Spinx is even in behind them through mid, it means that all the info is there for Vitality. So maybe G2 getting a little lost in that round. I think after Nico goes down, that was the biggest problem for them, because they knew they'd lost mid. They just felt really uncomfortable. It was going to be hard to find a way to win the round then. So Vitality finally finds something on this CT side in the gun rounds. They lost 6 in a row up until that point. But honestly, that felt like a different round from G2. Like, I think if they go back to the way they were playing prior to that round, they might be okay. Credit to Vitality, though. The mid-round aggression really seemed to throw G2 off guard there. So maybe that has to be the answer for Vitality.
-C creeping again. Got to be careful though. Oh, that's a nice shot onto ZywOo, delivering the impact frag, and now the numbers game comes. Isn't even required. -C with the big green sniper, delivering monstrous frags. Vitality crippled in this round. No way to respond to those entries. That's it. That's game point for G2.
Map point. Vitality on the verge of losing their first map here in Cologne. And it's just multikill solo entering. Well, not solo, but he's the one that gets the kills. Had backup, just didn't need it. ZywOo, you could see, I think, was holding more for the player jumping up on that right side rather than someone just peeking up through the stairs itself. And we've kind of seen a lot of these just like contact fights out to B. You don't always see that all too often on Vertigo, but it's been working well for G2. Hunter slowly, quietly rising on the kill count, up at 21.
No matter what your home language, nice is always the scream. Oh, so tight from multikill. Missed a movement on the server. Many game points for G2. An aggressive response to missed opportunities on Inferno.
The Des thought they had very little chance on this map. While G2 showing us what they're capable of. The flash is back and forth. It's flameZ who comes away with 2 kills. So man advantage Vitality. flameZ will tuck back onto the bomb site. And G2 will have to find a different way to win this round. They can't just rely on pure entries to win them this one. What can they do in the mid-round? ZywOo has not been as involved on this CT side. His AWP is on the A side of the map right now, and multikill's going to have a hard time rounding the corner. Nico not able to get on towards the flanking position in time. This looks very good for Vitality now.
Waves the flash, ZywOo. Nico dealt with by Magisk. HooXi then, 1 versus 4, 52 seconds. He's carrying the bomb also. Some utility to isolate some fights if he can. He's got a chance at a second one here. 1v4 made 2. He's got 40 seconds. He could cut noise if he wanted to. He could cut noise and wait and maybe find himself in a 1v1. 2 bullets remain in the AWP. Make it 1. Now things become awkward. 2 players to find. 26 seconds. Convinced someone's there, but they're not. Creeping ever closer. Damage is still worth something. Rounds the corner, spots 2. 10th round for Vitality.
Always going to be tricky for HooXi in the clutch there. But much more like it for Vitality. Just winning those early trades. I like the proactive move over towards B. And it feels like Vitality, when they are finding a bit of success, it will often come from a little bit of aggression thrown into the mix to get them into a good position. And then as G2 try and reset towards A, walking into the AWP of ZywOo is never advisable. Still not over yet. Gotta remember, on the first map, there were a few map points for both teams before it was finally closed by Vitality. This is a different story though. G2 had a massive lead in this one. 14-8 at one point. When you get to that sort of lead, it's a map you simply have to close out at this level of Counter-Strike. Still 5 rounds required from Vitality. Still a long way to go. We've seen those B site entries previously. This time it's the A side of the map where Nico will be looking for something early. And Molly won't do anything. Nico's still hanging around here. That's info. They know there's a player sandbags. So close.
Nico, very hard to deal with. JKS is here as well. Bomb will be collected by G2. 4 on 3 for them. ZywOo has to deliver, but now so many people coming his way through the smoke. Hunter topping the leaderboard now. Will frag. flameZ and Spinx remain. Last round for them to lose. There is an incendiary for Spinx in a 2v4. They both have kits, but they need quite a few frags. Molly to the sandbags, looking from up top. G2 disengaging. Oh, that's a tight one though. m0NESY is down. Bomb is ticking, and now it's down to Spinx. 1 versus 3. G2 angry after losing their first map, are forcing their way to a deciding map at Mirage in style. A great performance on Vertigo, a standout from JKS, and great work from HooXi as well. G2 with a monstrous game of Vertigo, and they demand Mirage to come.